Yeah, that's me, an absolute genius who somehow managed to take both sides of the trade and still lose twice in one day. But hey, at least you don't have to make the same mistake, because I'm about to show you exactly what went wrong and how you can avoid blowing your account. Let's start with the whole weekly breakdown, and we're starting from Monday. As you can see on my chart, I took a beautiful trade reversal. It was very quick, very fast. I didn't even understand how this happened so quickly. Very good trade for the week. So this is how it went. I saw point of control aligning, then prices shifting in the structure, breaking off. And also this was the period where there were talks of Trump imposing again his beautiful tariffs that he loves so much. So hence I decided to take a short, because the sentiment for US dollar is to get stronger. So I usually am standing for the shorter side this trading week. On 5 minutes I saw this rejection, closer, another closure, and then this is when I executed the trade. I was like, okay, momentum is escalating. So I took the trade, and then essentially it went directly to the profit, which was quick. 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Then following up on Tuesday, I took a losing trade. I again had a bearish sentiment. I took a trade. This was all correct. I followed all my rules. Everything was beautiful. But your strategy is not made to win 100% of the times, and some losses are bound to happen, right? So I took a loss. I followed perfectly. I had my break of structure, following up with well on point of control. Price coming back. I executed the trade a bit too early. Might have, even if I placed it properly, like around here, and stop loss more tighter, I could have probably taken 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Yes, but this was sort of like execution error, where I misplaced my stop and entry. I was too fast. So this is essential on me, but all in all, it's a good trade because I followed the rules. Maybe execution was not the best, so it's okay, it happens. Now, beautiful Wednesday, where I took 2 trades and both of them went against me, which is pretty irritating, and that happens. On morning, London open, I'm watching the market, I'm seeing a break of the structure over here, market continuing, sweeping up, and I'm like, okay, this is beautiful move. I'm gonna place my entry right on point of control, reversed order block, and inverted order block, reversed order block, however you wanna call it. I place my entry, market fills me in, and then it just tanks me throughout, and I'm like, okay. Then point of control remains the same. I'm like, on New York, I'm gonna enter the trade. I did enter the trade on New York, right over around here, I think. Yeah, that's where I entered the trade during the New York hours. Place my stop loss above here. And then what does market do? It stops me out again and then goes to my profit. Like usual, like beautiful market. And same happened to me on Thursday, where market stopped me out again. It stopped me out. I followed everything properly. Like, I have my continuation. I'm placing my continuation based on the point of control. I get stopped out beautifully. If I had placed my stop loss above here and maybe entry slightly above, right here, not below volume area low, I could have not lost this trade. But again, I re-entered during the New York hours. This is when I was looking for the entry. Market was here, so I entered around this level around 8:30. It's bullish close. I entered the trade, and then market just dropped. It just went spiked up and dropped because it was GDP release, and US had a beautiful GDP release. Also on top of the tariff imposition on Canada, China, Mexico, and so on. So market just tanked immediately. And I actually was a bit greedy on this one. I placed 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, but then I closed at 1.3.6 because market started to become volatile. And obviously when market becomes volatile, it becomes a bit like choppy, scary. It might suddenly, with these sharp moves, it might suddenly reverse. So I didn't want to lose any of my profits, because I usually aim for 1 to 2, and this was like high risk on trade. So I decided to close it at 1.36, not at 1.4, which is around here, around 413, I think 419. And it would have been also in the profit. I was just impatient. I just want to secure the profits, because this trade would actually cover all my losses and end me in a profitable week, because I broke even from 1 losing trade, 2nd and 3rd losing trade. Just covered with this trade, and also this one I covered with this, and then this trade, which was 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, ended up for me in a profit of around 2%. So All in all, I ended up 7.5% overall gain, and that's okay. And on Friday today, I didn't trade because I didn't like the market moved. There was a lot of Euro news, US news, not really huge impact, but they were whatever it is, and I didn't want to take any sort of trades on these trades. I let it be. I decided to take a break, especially I was a bit emotional. This was slightly more of a like greedy emotional trade, even though it was according to my rules. I was feeling emotion throughout this trade, and I let it happen. And you cannot avoid this sort of trades, and it's fine. So let it be, let it happen. Just believe in your strategy, believe in yourself, and your execution will follow, and you'll cover your losses. This is how it goes for me this week. And if you want to avoid any sort of this type of losses, just be patient. This type of losses might also come. It's all about your emotional resilience and not falling into despair and starting to do horrible trades, because I had 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive losses after a good win, and then I started like being emotional slightly, but no, I held up myself and I took a profit, which ended me up winning in this week.